What is up, guys? My name is Chance from the Prestige Crew, and today we're going to take a look at the new farming mechanics out of No Man's Sky 1.5, or so-called the next update. Now, we're going to be doing this on the ball because I really don't feel like making a script right now or editing too much on this video, so bear with me. Now, the reason for this tutorial is simply to simplify things and discuss the differences in farming strategies as well as gathering needed to create a profitable farm, since I do still believe that this is the most efficient way of making money. My farm was deleted in the update, and I was kind of salty about that, so I spent like another 6 hours doing this again. But I'm feeling better now. I'm all happy again. Now, the farming and building mechanics in this game have changed completely. There's a new material required to create base structures, which is pure ferrite. It's a little bit more annoying to get than normal iron was to get. So most of that is collected just from rocks on your planet. It'll say what it gives you when you walk up to it and attempt to mine it. Now, before, to create bases, you had to find a habitable area and then claim it. But now, with the new update, you can claim a base anywhere with the base computer. Now, it's pretty cheap to make. All you have to do is craft it and place it and then claim the area as your base, and then you can begin building. Now, in terms of growing and creating crop seeds, it has changed quite a bit. Before, all you had to do was collect the crop you wanted and then create the seed with the blueprints that your the construction man will give you. Now, in order to create crop seeds, there is a corresponding material that you need to gather for that planet that will create the crop seed, as well as chromatic metals. Now, when you go into space and look at a planet and scan it, it will tell you what it grows and what it's capable of growing. You will find that crop on that planet, but you will not be able to pick it and get a seed for it. If we scan a planet, this one won't work because we've already done it. Or on an easy contrast, we can go to our discoveries log. Now, if we look at the planet that I have my home base on, it can grow albumin, pearls, star bulb, and then it has paraffinium, which is what you need to gather and be able to craft the star bulb seeds. More examples of this would be like on a high gamma planet. The uranium would be what you need to collect to grow the gamma root. Now, this new system is a high annoyance just because you have to go back and recollect everything, but to my discoveries, finding these elements is actually, or these materials is extremely rare. Out of all the planets I went to, I only found maybe 4 resource deposits, and those were on all different types of materials for all different crops. An easy way to find these would be to look for these deposits. They're just in the ground like this, and then keep scanning to press C to keep scanning. Eventually they'll pop up, and then you just collect them with the terrain manipulator. Now, if you don't want to do that, there is an easy other method to do it. Simply go to a nearby space station and keep checking the NPCs, or the ones that bring the ship to the space station. Keep checking what they're selling. Now, in a personal opinion, this is so much easier than going to every different planet and collecting all the materials that you need just to build your crop. Now, every single spaceship that will come in will have a material to a corresponding crop. Though it may not be the one you're looking for, it is important to keep in mind what product you will be producing in the future. Now, this method is easy, but it will require you to have a little bit of built-up units. 600k should do just fine. It should get you enough of everything that you need. If we go up to this ship, hold E on it, and browse what he has to sell for us. If you scroll down to the way bottom, you'll see that he is selling paraffinium, which is essential for growing the starburst, I don't know what it's called. Now, the other materials essential to growing crops will be chromatic metals, which is gained by smelting or refining copper in a portable refiner. But this can also be purchased from these ships at different stations. Not every station will have them be purchasable, so just keep going, browsing, unless you want to do it manually. It's a lot easier to buy it. As for building containments to grow these crops, the best are biodomes, since they require no maintenance and they can grow up to 16 crops if you put them on top of a base like this and put a ladder in the middle up to them. If you put a door to them, it will eliminate 2 of the plots that you can use to grow those crops. But if you don't feel like building biodomes and collecting all the glass required for them, hydroponic trays are a good contrary. The only downside, is that they require fuel, and that's really the only downside. Or you can use the large hydroponic trays, which have to be placed in square rooms. Extremely useful again, but require fuel. That's why the biodomes, in my opinion, are the best possible housing you can use for your crops. Though depending on the planet you live on, in the plant that is possibly grown on your planet, you can plant that crop outside of the base. Just like the, what is it called? Star bulbs. These can be planted on this planet because it is compatible with this plant and also houses the material required to create the seed for this plant. Now, if you're just starting farming, keep in mind that you will not be selling the raw product that you get from your farms. You will be creating a several array of different tiered products. Tier 1 products are your crops, everything you're growing. Tier 2 products is what most people prefer to sell. Tier 2 products consist of circuit boards, as well as liquid explosive, and living glass, or at least the 3 more popular ones. You can also do lubricant if you want to, but that's what I use to build up to something. Circuit boards, some people say are the best, but I just don't like them personally because the crops that are required to create them take so long to grow, at least 2 hours for 2 of them. But living glass are what I mainly produce, except I produce a 3rd tier product with them. Living glass, it just takes lubricant and glass being created by the frostwort plants, which are extremely cheap. They yield 50 and grow every 15 minutes. Lubricant, which is created by coprite and gamma root. Now, coprite is a bit different than the rest of the crops. You actually have to go up and feed animals and wait for the material that they drop, which is poop. But you know, if you go up and hold D on them, feed, it will require carbon, whatever they want to eat, and then you wait, maybe give or take 30 seconds, and they will produce a product that you will collect and then make a seed out of that. Now, for my farm, I mainly produce cryogenic chambers, which was a blueprint I got a long time ago. I don't even remember getting it, but it does require living glass and cryo pumps. Now, cryo pumps can be, or that's another 3rd tier item, but they can be obtained by another farm, except I was just too lazy to build it. So I went up to the Galactics terminal, and you can purchase them for like 2 million, and then I sell the sell the cryo pods for roughly 5 million. So that's roughly 2.7 million unit gain. Though you do not need any of these tier 3 items. You can simply sell living glass, lubricant, circuit boards, or liquid explosive. Really, your farm will be most profitable if you harvest every 30 minutes, I believe. I'll put a link in the video description of a guy who did a amazing tutorial on this. His name is, I believe it's Xaine's World, but he explains the math and schematics for your farm. Keep in mind, the complexity system that he described, I think, may have been scrapped due to the new unlimited base building. I think that'll do it for this video. If it helped, let me know in the comments, leave a like, subscribe. I will be posting more No Man's Sky content. Not sure if there'll be tutorials, but my name is Chance from the Besiege Crew, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.